GTA 6 will be having a better graphics than Red Dead Redemption 2 thanks to its new Rage engine. These guys analyzed the last year's leaks, and the highest detailed stuffs again in more stuffs has been found, and yes, you'll be actually amazed to see all these things actually added. Here is the top 20 list which I created, which I really love about the new Rage engine from Grand Theft Auto 6. So before we start, make sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button for more GTA 6 content. So let's get rolling. So first thing we're talking about is the actual file size. Dave's actually built this in the possibly around 80 GB, and fans have actually checked everything through it. It might be under 200 GB in the final size, and later on we might be getting few DLCs which will be upgrading the map as well as the new things which will be added later on in the game. It might go according to that, it might go more than 400 GB. Might. Okay, let's get rolling for the next one, which is actually the safes, which will be around the office. And yes, any door which will be locked can be opened if you actually lurk around in the stealth system, and you might be finding the keys around any corner or on the table which can be opened. And yes, you will be having a lock picking tools with you which might worn out, and yes, all these things will be under the stealth system. And the next one is actually the underwater aiming will be coming, and which side of direction you will be swimming. You can even swim even backward, forward, and who knows, you might be even doing a dolphin jump, and that would be amazing to see in the game. And the next one is vehicle lean, move, and similar to GTA 4, where when you're braking and turning and speeding up, the vehicle physics will feel like the mix between GTA 4 and GTA 5. Those who don't know, when you go speed and you hit a brake and you actually fall from the window and actually literally die. So these are the things which might be getting added in GTA 6, but when we checked it out, it's actually those things are not there. But the thing is, the other physics is actually added, which is going to make GTA 6 more fun and kind of like more realistic. And the other one is actually when you're carrying a weapon, something like a gun or an M4 or any nade or anything which is actually harmful, you could be get alerted by NPCs actually. And these are the small details which actually makes the game more fun. You can't carry in the real life all the guns and wander around. So this is actually good to see, which is actually coming back. And one more thing, public transports will be having a QR code which you'll be using the in-game cell phone to actually scan those, and it might be hinting something throughout the game, and you might be paying something. The paying system is not actually leaked, but the thing is, here the Easter eggs and some hidden items are actually there in the QR, which actually leads to something amazing in GTA 6. So make sure to watch that out. And yes, Vice City Metro seems to be having 3 lines spanning over 24 stations in different kinds of train, cars, depending on the lines. So these are actually big, and which will be covering up the whole Vice City, the whole region itself. And the next one is actually, yes, the animation work from North Star Rock is obviously making the game more amazing, where you can actually duck, jump, hide, you can duck all the way down, you can crouch. All these things are actually added. Yes, you can block bullets with your own weapons actually. You can actually shield yourself with whatever you have in your hand. And the next one is, yes, Jason will be having a special abilities just like GTA 5 characters, something like which are the things which are actually important to actually rob. Yes, his power is actually robbery, and he can see all the jewelries and safes and even security cameras being marked. So these are his superpower in GTA 6. The another thing which actually makes everybody amazed is that how the gumball mission actually looked. Yes, you can actually buy gumballs from that when you actually have a penny, and you can just go there and interact and get the gumball and chew. So everything is actually similar corner, you can go to any vending machine and you can get anything you like. The next one is actually the Wi-Fi hotspots. Yes, the game will be having Wi-Fi hotspots around the town and the city, where sometimes you might not be getting the internet access. Something like GPS sometimes does not work in certain locations. So these are the things which are actually going through, and it's actually gonna be shocking to see all these kind of things added. Let's see how it actually goes. Yes, sometimes if you go in the free hotspot or something like a suspicious Wi-Fi hotspot, your phone will be having a lot of pop-up ads, and yes, you'll be having to deal with the hackers in the game. And if you commit any robbery or any kind of criminal things, cops won't be showing up immediately. They'll be taking their time to actually dispatch. And yes, it'll be like same almost like Red Dead Redemption 2, where people actually come through homes to actually, once you start invading their village. So these are the things which is actually added. Yes, it's actually amazing to see all these things. Now we have a perfect timed things, and yes, we can actually make a proper haste and proper planning for all these things. Next feature which I like is, yes, these things are coming back from the actual old Vice City and San Andreas. When you shoot NPCs or anyone in the game, they actually sometimes move around in the most brutal manner and way too realistic and then bleed out. That was actually amazing to see. The GTA Vice City and GTA San Andreas had this feature when you actually give a headshot and they actually turn out to be a fountain and they dance for a while and they fall off. So these things are actually added once again back in GTA 6, and yes, it might be crucial and it will be 18 plus. And the leaks did show that the map will be way bigger than what we actually think. Here are the reasons actually Mexico and Canada can be found being mentioned or displayed in multiple times. Many things are actually hinted in the big water part at the map, and these things are actually going beyond the coast. So this is the project actually people are talking about. Yes, it's actually called as Americas. The other thing people are asking, Finland is added. Nah, it does not exist. Flashbangs, flashlights will be more realistic in this. Lions and tiger, yes, they do exist, probably in cage. One of the events called as police siren abuse leaves much room for speculation. Fans have seen NPCs talking to each other about the good news about a person, and yes, NPCs actually speak to each other and the news actually spreads. So if you make a lot of nuisance in the game, and yes, people actually recognize you there, and when you're walking around, yes, they'll be knowing how rich you are, or maybe how poor you are, or maybe how foolish you are in the game. Yes, people are gonna judge you with this as well. The same things were there even in Grand Theft Auto 5. Those who don't know, people are actually thinking, oh, this is actually new. No, when you're wearing a good dress and you're having a crazy looking car, actually girls actually come in the game and they do say that you have a good car or you look actually amazing, and you get an options like Y or N. When you press the option no, you actually being rude to them, and when you're being yes, you're gonna be kind to them. So these things are added once again, and yes, it's even more featured in this. Those who don't know about Lucia's special features, as maybe we can say superpower, it's actually not superpower. We did get a small glimpse that Lucia will duck around 40% lower than Jason if it's interrupted. According to the leaks, maybe we'll have a little bit far-fetched. Yes, Lucia might be having like something like a combat system powers, where she might be even more stealthier, more flexible, and she can go run faster. These kind of things actually might be there with Lucia. Yes, now I'm just making a speculation, not the actual leaks. Leaks are still did not show up many things. Let's get to the next one, which is actually Mambas, which will be a sports team. Yes, you'll be having something like a team-based things which is added in Vice City. And another one is actually the cars will behave the way you actually drive, maybe where you drive, something like dirt, deep dirt, gravel, deep gravel, grass. Those are the only things which are actually confirmed. Yes, your car might be drifting, your car will be worn out, all these kind of things are actually added according to how you drive. Yes, now the car wash system will be more used by players now. There was a small glimpse where we had the spear gun, mostly likely usable. These are actually used in underwater, and yes, you will be doing underwater scuba diving as well. And yes, GTA Vice City, my god, it's gonna be amazing. The underwater world we'll be exploring, and it's gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be super big. And another one is actually the GPS tracker jammer will be a thing which will be carried in the inventory. You can place it in any vehicle or anywhere, and now you can actually track this person, and it's actually shocking where these guys actually weren't around. And these things will be amazing on GTA Online too. So these are the leaks which are actually amazing to see, all the 20 leaks, and there are still more features added. I'll be coming up in the next video, so make sure to like this video and subscribe. It's actually amazing to see all these things added with the new Rage engine. We are not just talking about the graphics, we are actually talking about all the features again. And yes, it's actually amazing to see the work of Rockstar Games. So until then, see you all in the next video, guys. Goodbye.